back to my channel, and if you're on this playlist, you know it's all about us as a family moving to Jamaica. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. Do you remember a couple of videos ago I was packing for my son and he was due to fly out to Jamaica? Well, guess what? He did not get to Jamaica. What happened was everything was packed, suitcases ready by the door. I'd prepared his food for his trip down to the airport. We'd even brought our tickets for the trip as well. Got a call from my sister the day before to say that the tickets that were booked were through a fraudulent website. So there was a big disappointment there. But in the end, I started to think, was this a blessing in disguise? Because if my son had gone to Jamaica, it wouldn't have been a good few months until we got there. So I gave him like a decision. Do you want to go when my sister books again, or do you just want to wait until we all go? And he said he'll wait until we all decided to go to Jamaica. So a few weeks after that, I started to search again for flights. I had been searching, but the prices had gone from around £600 to nearly £1,000 per person, and I just wasn't prepared to pay that. So I had to juggle around dates, definitely not before Christmas, because the prices were going up and up and up. And then a friend of mine and also my daughter said, well, why don't you look at package holidays, because sometimes it works out cheaper. So I then started to search on various websites, and then I finally found a package holiday, and it was flights, accommodation and all-inclusive meals. And I thought, great, and it's by the beach as well. So we will spend a few days in the hotel, only as like a holiday, because once we leave there and head to my mum's, that's when we have to start getting into our work. I won't be able to start my business straight away because I will need a food license, and I will also need to have a public health license for me to be able to work on members of the public. But my husband, his business, he'll be able to start that more or less straight away, so we can concentrate on getting the website up. We've actually created a website, just getting it live and getting it registered and other things like that. So while I'm applying for the things that I need, we can do painting and decorating, we can get the gardens ready for planting. So there's quite a few things that we need to do. So I thought it would be nice before we did all of that, that my husband, the kids and we just spend a few days in a hotel and get waited on hand and feet, basically. Another thing that I did was sell my car, and I actually wasn't expecting the price I got for it. It was a bittersweet moment for me because I've had that car for a long time, and even though it's an old banger, as I like to call it, it was very reliable. It used to take me to London all the time to give clients spa treatments. I've also started to pack some barrels, and in these barrels are specifically items such as cleaning products, dusters, sponges, scouring pads, toiletries like toothpaste, shower gels, toothbrushes, all of that kind of thing. And I've managed to nearly get to the top of the barrel with just one of them. I'm not going to start packing food items yet. I'm going to leave that until sort of November time, October, November time. And also I wanted to start early because it's quite a lot to decide what you're going to ship, what I'm going to get rid of, and I really didn't want to leave it till sort of last minute. And I prefer to get things done while the weather is warm, especially because I'm bringing things in the garden. I don't want to be in the garden trying to pack things when the weather's going to be cold. So I need to sort out certain things in the garden because I'm bringing those with me. Things like the pots. We planted quite a few fruits and vegetables in pots, and I really like the style of the pots, and I understand that things in Jamaica whatever they may be, can be quite expensive. So if I've got them here, why not? I'm just going to put them in the large barrels when I get them. So I want to be as organized as possible. I have a list for everything, a list for what we're bringing to Jamaica, a list for all the kids of all the clothes that I need to get for them, all the shoes, any type of item. There's basically lists for every single thing. I have got my notes here, so I'm looking down now and then. So I'm selling things on eBay, which is going quite well, and I'm getting rid of furniture and certain items that I know that I won't bring. They'll either go towards charity or they'll go to the tip, just depending on their condition. I ordered some suitcases for my daughter to start packing for her. I shopped around a bit for suitcases until I found these. They are a lovely colour and sturdy too, and my daughter really likes them. Their sizes were 28 for the large, 24 for the medium, and 20 for the small. We spent the afternoon sorting and packing. I had been buying clothes for over a year and choosing items that would still be in fashion when wearing, so I was careful what style of clothing to buy. This section is dresses, then we've got t-shirts, we've got some knickers and underwears, leggings and jeggings, and then in this section it's just jumpers and things, but there's still a few things that I need to get, and I've got a list as well. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was my TRN. I briefly mentioned that I applied for the TRN and I needed that document notarized, and I got it notarized at the consulate, Jamaican consulate, rather than going through a lawyer, because lawyers were charging about £200, whereas the consulate charged about £15 from what I remembered. So I didn't really tell you the process of that. So I'm going to go through the process with you now. To apply for your TRN, you will need a valid government ID. I use my passport, which needs to be notarized, a notarized copy of your marriage certificate, decree absolute or deed poll, if you fall under any of those categories, and also a letter stating the address where the card should be sent, and include an email address for the number to be sent and generated. To download the form, head to jamaicatax.gov.jm, click on TRN portal, scroll down to forms, and then scroll down to form 1, and then you're able to print it off. The form is pretty straightforward. I filled mine out with black ink. Fill out your name, date of birth, reason for name change if applicable, sex, marital status, your numbers, email address, and also the type of ID being provided. Make sure to sign the document. I posted my form by special delivery and tracked, and then a few weeks later I received an email with my TRN letter. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if there are any questions, definitely put them in the comments below. I will see you again in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye.